Oh, yep, that's it. It's very staticky, but yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Gain of 7 yards makes another Cougar first down at the 27-yard line.
Where's the lavalier mic? What the hell is this whole cord? Is this plugged in? Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure thing. Thanks for showing up.
Yep. Thank you. Alright, so you're on the camera? Yeah. Alright, so after some technical difficulties as usual, we are here for the Cougars' last game of the season. It's Cole Privateer and Casey Salaji, if I'm pronouncing the name right.
Hi.
And we got Sila on camera. So we're in for a good day. Cougars have started the drive early. A lot of runs. I don't think I've seen a throw yet, but we've been more focused on the camera so far. So what are you trying to see today, Casey?
You know, I'm trying to see a high-scoring game. You know, the last game, pretty low scoring. I would like to see a lot of points today.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like to see the ball move in the air a little bit as Christian takes it himself into the end zone, and it looks like it'll be a touchdown. The ref calls it. No, not a touchdown, and I don't know about that one, Chief. What do you think? That is not it.
The ball is being marked out at the half-yard line.
And I think Christian just got robbed out of 6 fantasy points right there.
I think he got that. I mean, you saw the pylon move. He got the football past it.
I don't know about that. Well, let's see him pound it in here.
Unfortunately, we don't have instant review.
Well, if I'm the coaches here, I'm just running this up to Ethan Gross, and it looks like that's what they're going to do with him in the backfield right now. Christian will take the snap, or maybe he'll just fall forward, and he will.
Yeah, but
does not look like he gets there, and he's dragged back a yard. Number 73, White, just pounds up the middle, and just looked like that defensive lineman outworked the Cougars' offensive line.
Yeah.
So Cougars will take a second attempt here to finish the drive off with a touchdown. And still without Jack O'Connell or Trey Wilson, definitely short today. And Christian will take it this time. This time he gets it. And it will be signaled in by the refs, and the Cougars will have a chance to make it 7 here on the extra point. And all things considered, that was a good first drive. About 6 minutes.
Pretty much just Christian Breitweiser.
Yeah, just a lot of runs there.
As long as you're putting points on the board, get the job done.
Christian looking very good on his feet.
Too, right?
Yeah, he does kick it too, so he's getting all the points. Yeah, the Cougars' point after team has had some struggles. Struggled early in the season, but since then they've been pretty good, and this one will go right through the uprights. And I don't think they've missed a PAT in a couple weeks, unless they did last week. We did not go to Connecticut, did not make the trip. We're not that committed to the team. But outside of that, I don't think I've seen them miss a PAT since I think the Hackley game where they missed 3 or something like that.
Touchdown! C-O-U-G-A-R Cougar! Touchdown! C-O-U-G-A-R Cougar! Touchdown!
So now we will see the Cougars defense come out again. And
what do you want to see out of the defense today?
Just exactly what they've been doing. I mean, they've been great all season. I mean, they've really kept them in games a lot. They've had some defensive touchdowns too. Sometimes they just have a better chance to score than the offense. So same thing. I mean, Ethan Gross is an animal. Adam Irvs gobbles everything up on the line. No Jack O'Connell and no Trey makes their secondary pretty weak. So that's the big question mark for them.
Christian Breitweiser kicking off.
Now, he's had some good kicks lately, and that one will bounce over. It's touched. It's loose. He will recover. with room to take it up the field. And it looks like he's burned a couple dudes there.
Oh,
jumps over
Hurdle,
Christian, and it's loose.
Looks like Cougars got the ball.
Cougars have the ball, and they're going down the field, and the defense does not get a chance to take the field right now, but nobody's complaining on the Cougar side.
It looked bad there for a few seconds.
It did, and a referee is down.
Yeah, referee.
I have not seen this
Not
before.
seen that before.
The referee was injured on the play. I don't know if he was touched or if it was a non-contact injury. The Cougars take a knee. Yeah. And he will sit up. It looks like he's getting up. He's ready to go. Battle through it. MKA's trainers on the scene immediately, right there. And it looks like we'll get this underway.
So I guess we won't get to see our defense.
No, we won't.
Now. Yeah.
Yeah, but
we're not complaining.
Not complaining. And I didn't see who forced the fumble there, but it looked like, I think it was Christian, the kicker, dived at him. He hurdles him, and then someone hit him while he was a little bit off balance.
While he was in the air.
Yeah, and then ball popped out. Cougars recover, and now we'll get to see Christian try and take him down the field again. Alex Sylvander with the fumble recovery is what the call is. A little windy up here. Christian will take it. Hand off Ethan Gross. He's got room. He is wheeling down the field, and he will take him to the edge of the red zone right there. And this Cougars run game has been looking unstoppable so far, and that run is very much attributable to the offensive line there, as he just had room and there was just nobody in sight. And why even throw it if the Cougars run game is going to be this dominant? So we'll see Danny Arcilla lined up on the right, Clay Morris lined up on the left, and Ethan Gross under center with a big line there. Ethan will take it up the middle. Takes a unit to take him down. Takes a unit to take down a unit, so he'll power up the middle. Second and 7 here for the Cougars. Moving up the field on Morristown-Beard. I've already played them once this season. They're 1-0, homecoming, big win. A lot of fans came out, everyone was excited. And that was also without Trey or Jack O'Connell, so by that measure, you would think they'd get the win today, and they're looking strong so far. They've got Narain and Emotion coming around. He will go nowhere but negative, and that will be a win for Mo-Beard.
3rd and 12 now, and correct me.
It's almost all 4th down territory. Maybe if they're inside the 10, we'd see a field goal, but I would not trust most kickers' legs from this distance. So, scoreboard's got to be adjusted. We're sorry, we're a little behind the 8 ball here on the technological side. So we'll like to see a throw here on 3rd and very long, unless they're thinking 2 big runs here, and that's what it looks like they're going to try and do. Ethan will take it. He will grind out for a few extra yards than would have happened if he went down as initial contact. But that's true. And now we're looking at a 4th and 10-ish, over 10. So, what are you doing here, Casey?
I mean, you're not kicking it. I think you're definitely throwing it. You can't run it. I don't know. It looks like
it looks like they've got a trio of receivers come out onto the field right now for AJ Christian and Michael Sistone and one other Cougars player. So it looks like they're primed to throw here.
They got 3 on the right.
Yep.
1 on the left.
4 receivers set with 1 back in the field, which is Ethan. And we will see Christian drop back. He's targeting Narain. He will throw it deep. Narain has room, and he catches it, but a flag is down. It looked like there was some contact from Narain, and it looks like they're calling offensive pass interference, and that's disappointing. I mean, I think it was the right call,
Yeah.
There did look like there was some shovery going on there. But great throw from Christian Brettweiser. Great throw. Put it right in the perfect spot for the receiver, and that's one of those, if you're Christian, you're thinking, dang, my QBR could have been 140 on 1-for-1, 35 yards, touchdown pass. You can't beat it. Cannot beat that kind of statistical output right there. So Morristown will take over from the Cougars 35.
No, we still.
And that
still have
it'll.
the ball.
Oh, it's a repeat fourth
Yeah,
down.
but it's 4th and 25, so
some distance to go.
Not too ideal.
I'm thinking punt here, but after that deep ball, you know, the little kid in me wants to throw. But actually,
I would punt here.
I would actually maybe throw.
It doesn't look like they're gonna.
I would throw just because the Cougars punt team has been pretty dismal. Yeah, this season. Christian will drop back. He's under pressure. He scrambles.
He's gonna run
and
it?
I'll trust that play there. I think Christian made the right play because if he tried to throw it up, which he's done a couple times this season, and it gets intercepted, it's not always ideal. So take a couple yards and give the defense a chance here. So now we'll finally see.
On the offense, but I'm
offensive
guessing
holding.
they'll
I think it's going to be.
decline
But that'll be it would be a replay fourth, but it should be declined.
Morristown-Beard takes over on that.
So Beard will set up shop here on their own 30-ish, 35.
So some of the players out here don't get much of a rest. Right?
Not at
Like,
all.
I see Christian out here again.
Yeah.
Probably some other players in the line.
The big one that is Patrick Morriso, Adam Herbs, Luciano Calandra. These guys got to be winded. They're playing in the trenches every single play of the game. And the mic's pretty choppy sometimes with the wind, but I'll try and stop talking when it's really choppy. But we'll see. Cougars D have been very great. Have been very good so far this season. And it's ball's loose. Sheffett is in pursuit.
Is in there.
And he will get the sack. Is it? Does he get the sack on that, or is it a just
I
a
don't
fumble?
think that's a sack.
A tackle.
I'm not sure.
David Sheffett had a run up the middle, by the way, when we weren't recording, and I'm so disappointed we didn't get to see the legend of MKA TV himself take it up the middle. So
18-yard loss.
I hope we can see that more. Yeah, big play for the Cougars D starting off well. It wasn't really them, more of a butterfingers by the Beard offense.
Looked like a miscommunication. There was no one even in the area. But
yeah. So now we'll see them set up a second and impossible.
They're almost surely going to throw. 3 lined up on the right, 1 on the left.
I don't know. I've been surprised before as they do hand it off here, actually.
Hand it off. You're
showing,
right.
what do you
Kept
know,
it,
Casey?
actually.
Yeah, and he'll take a
Didn't even
10-yard.
hand it. That's 5? So
I don't even know. Yeah, 5 yards is right. My math has been horrible today. I think I got Casey keeping me honest. Math team superstar Casey Salaji is in the booth today, so we'll get this yardage down to the decimal.
Third down at 22.
3rd and 22. They're almost surely going to throw, right? They can't run it again. But
the only reason you'd say you wouldn't throw is because a 22-yard pass at this stage with these quarterbacks' arms, it's a 50-50.
Yeah. Sometimes you just take the yards and then punt it.
I would do a short pass. But, yeah, no, QB sneak up the middle, makes a couple guys miss, stays on his feet for a second.
He's pretty agile.
Yeah, he is.
He's not very big.
Yeah, I remember him from last game. We don't have the sheet of the players anymore, so we're not going to be listing off the Beard players. I never really did that. That was more Jonah Barbin, who is in the high school play right now, is why he's not here, because he's not committed to MKA TV. So you guys can send him some hate mail.
So 4th and 15, almost certainly going to see a punt.
Yep, punt return is set up here. We've got, and it's a short kick. They're against the wind. It will be received. Danny Arcilla will take it with a decent return there. I think he
almost in Morristown-Beard territory.
Gets a dozen. And I'm not 100. I'm like 95% sure that's Danny Arcilla, and we'll see a timeout as a
player down on the field.
Yep, and so we'll take a brief stoppage of play here as we see what if this guy's okay. And oh, is it not adjusted? Oh, sorry, the scoreboard still wasn't fixed. So I was a miscommunication. I got it. right, so now we're good. 7-0 Cougars, and we're good. 1:30 to play in the first quarter here. Cougars D 1 for 1, great play there. They got a little help from Mo-Beard's incompetency, but now we got the Cougars offense coming back on the field. What do you like to see? Do you want to see a couple more throws, or you think it's been working on the ground?
I like watching throws personally, but if the run game is working, you can't.
What kind of old man just wants to see someone run the ball for like 20 years? So we'll see QB Christian Brettweiser.
2 on the right.
4 receivers set. We got Danny Arcilla in motion. Will take it on the scoop. Ethan lead blocking, and he will get a decent gain there. And that's a great play call in my opinion.
I like that. I mean, it's not a throw, but it's definitely an interesting play to switch it up, keep them on their toes. Definitely.
And it's all about getting the blocking there. And they caught him off guard, giving the ball to Danny Arcilla. And he's a guy that, now here's a guy, a little Chris Collinsworth impersonation coming in. And we've seen Danny Arcilla really pick up on the minutes with Trey and Jack O'Connell being out. Ethan Gross takes it up the middle. He'll just try and be bigger, but
like maybe 2 yards there.
Maybe 2 inches, I think. But yeah, maybe forward motion gets him another yard. So we'll have a 3rd and little.
3rd and 2 probably. So
there's a couple big bodies jog out.
I see us running here
for sure, and we see a couple big bodies come out here to replace Will Blake and Danny Arcilla. So it looks like they're not setting up in the pass formation.
Now the question is, if you don't get this,
you go for it. You go for it. Just because I've seen like the punt team for MKA not get more than 15 yards, and it's not, and it looks like it'll be a moot point as 77 Luciano Calandra, tight end, gets a rare run. He'll take it, and he's good with the finger point. So
I like that play. Give a big guy the ball.
I
push
do.
It up the middle when you don't need many yards. You're just looking for the first down.
I agree. I don't know why they gave it to Luch opposed to Ethan or someone who's actually a Spags or someone who's run more, but I have no problem with it at all as he gets the yardage up the field. Maybe we'll like to see him run a little bit more.
So we have an interesting setup here.
2 fullbacks. Ethan Gross takes it. He will hold on to the ball as a lot of people try and take it from him. Then he goes down hard. Takes 6 people. Look at all this weight around this man. That was Ethan Gross, right? Was that not Luke Spagnoli? Just want to make sure I got it right. It was 28, right? Well, and the first quarter is over, so we'll see the Cougars take it 2nd and 5 in Mo-Beard territory when we're back. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back after this. We're back. Little mic adjustment for me. I got the headphones over the sweatshirt now because it is a little chilly out.
I like the call. It's a little cold.
You like the call?
I do.
All right, so we'll see Christian take up on Mo-Beard 40. He'll look like he's going to scramble with his feet. Good block, Ethan, but Mo-Beard kind of gets there first. And I don't know. I think the thing, I don't know what the terminology. Okay, they do fix it. They had it as first down on the pylon, orange pylon up there, but they fixed it. So now we have a 3rd and short. And what I was going to say earlier was, I really want to see one time just give the ball to Adam Herbs on a run.
I would like to see.
I mean, the dude's a tank. I mean, like.
Maybe we'll see it on a goal line carry or 4th and.
Yeah, they never do it. I guess he's too valuable on the line. So.
You need them. 3rd and 3 here. We got
probably
2 on the right,
run.
2 on the left.
Christian with a throw, and Will Blake is wide open. He'll take it. Some whistles being blown early.
I think it's because he went down to his knee to make the catch.
That's what you think? Oh, you think he was down? No, but you have to be touched.
You have to be touched, but they might have interpreted it
Oh, as like he wussed out and like kneed out of the play, like he saw.
I'm not sure. I mean, the
yeah, I guess we won't
counted.
know. So I mean, it took it. First down, Christian. He will. Those are the play calls I've said earlier in the season that I just not a fan of. When you just try and have Christian run it up the middle, I mean, he's not going to get much.
Like, I think we rushed that too much too. It didn't look like the line was ready. So
I agree. Yeah, it did not look like they were ready. Beard kind of gets that one, and it's going to be a waste of a first down. So we'll see him try again on the second. But they have been good. They have been good on Christian's runs today. So. That was one of the first ones that I thought was very questionable. And we look like we got a CB blitz in here. I don't know if they saw it.
Flag on the play.
And a flag's down. So it looks like there was definitely some motion from that cornerback, number 2. He's getting a little jittery. Maybe a neutral zone infraction. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a false start against the offense. So
not ideal.
Not ideal at all.
Second and 17 now.
Yeah.
Now I think you have to throw it here, right? We got 3 lined up on the left.
One on the right. We'll see.
Ethan in the back.
I think it's going to be a handoff to Ethan, but nope. And it looks like he's QB rollout. He stays on his feet, and he'll throw it away. I think it was away. I probably should have put a little more juice on that because it was.
I mean, that was close to a sideline interception, but.
But Christian makes the right play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
under pressure. I mean, he's under pressure, and that's why the QB rollout. It doesn't really work if the O-line doesn't actually move with the quarterback.
Yeah, it's also hard on the left side, right?
Yeah, because he's throwing on his
across his body.
Whenever I play in Madden, I always do the QB rollouts to the strong side of the quarterback's arm.
Gotta go to the strong side.
Of course. So Christian will take it in the shotgun.
Set up his last play.
Third and long. He will throw it to Will Blake. He will catch it. He breaks a tackle, and he'll get shoved out at about the 15. Great play there, Will Blake's second catch. Yep, good play call, Will Blake. Good way to make a guy miss, and he picks up the yardage on it. And the Cougars fans are loving it. We have not that many fans. I mean, not that many kids yet for our school, but
still got some.
Lot of adults. Ethan Gross takes up the middle. Usually we see the kids show up a little bit later because nobody wants to show up for the beginning of the game.
Still going, actually.
Oh yeah, I start looking away at this point because Ethan's just so much of a tank. You know, he's not getting brought down in one contest.
Some yardage there.
Yep.
4 or 5 yards.
Picked up a decent gain there. So we'll see what the Cougars come out with here on a 2nd and about 7, closing in inside the red zone.
Got Ethan in the backfield.
And we got Arcilla again on a end around off the motion. Same play as earlier. This one looks like it's much less successful as Beard kind of saw it coming.
I like the play, but
they saw it coming.
You can't overuse it too much.
Yeah.
They'll see that motion and they'll know it's going to.
They saw it coming. So we'll see what they come out with here. Cheerleaders asking for a touchdown. Let's see if they can deliver. Do you think they'll ever lower their standards and be like, we want a field goal? They'll ever settle? Christian drops back to throw. 73, a big body hits him after the play. It's caught by Ethan Gross, and that will be a touchdown. And I want to see a penalty on Beard for a late hit on the QB there. If this is the NFL.
Was about 1 second away. He held that for 1 second longer.
And that's the toughness and dedication to the team you see from Christian Brettweiser. He sees someone who is just terrifyingly huge charging at him, but he stays composed and makes the throw, makes the play. Ethan Gross with the catch, touchdown. He'll line up.
There's no net behind this, so
no, all into the Kleinman's backyard.
The Kleinman's yard.
Christian and a missed snap there.
Wow.
And that'll be. And I don't know if that was on the snapper or on Clay Morris, who was holding. But we'll see them come up without the extra point. And I'll update the scoreboard and the time here, because I've been not on top of that so far. So we're under 9 to play here. Cougars will kick off. Successful drive, and they've really been throwing the ball well today, which we've not seen them do that much so far this season. And they're doing it without Trey and O'Connell, their 2 #1 receivers coming into the season. So we'll see him kick off. Statistically, the chant is not accurate, but the record does not reflect. We like the energy. We like the spirit.
We can't be beat today.
Exactly, and it's looking strong. It's a good kick. He's been squibbing it.
Actually.
Line drive again, muffed by the returner. So there's people there, but he looks fast, and it's stripped. Narain Rajani, other MKA TV prodigy / legend.
They unfortunately got back on the ball. But
it did.
Still like to see it.
Loose balls. Special teams for the Cougars have been doing great today, outside of that missed PAT right there. And you hate to see them miss PATs because now it's a 2-score game, but a 2-score game that gives them the other team the lead if they can finish theirs. So we'll see MKA's offense set up. David Sheffett taking a knee right there. I don't know if he's tired or just
resting.
Just resting. Just taking a minute. You know what?
Still on his knees.
Oh, he's lined up. Now he's ready to go. Look at that man in the stance. He's got the crouch going. It'll be a rollout to the right. Pressure on him. Deep throw. He looks like it's perfectly placed. Nobody comes up with it, but that was a perfectly placed ball to keep that away from the Cougars' cornerback, Christian Brettweiser.
I'm surprised that isn't pass interference.
There's a lot of touching.
It looks like we went in early for the tackle, but
it did. But
sometimes
you know what?
You get the call your way.
Sometimes you do, or we could be completely wrong. So who knows?
Maybe that's why we're not official.
Probably. Well, you are an official, actually. Technically, you do referee some soccer games.
I used to referee some soccer back in the day, but
yeah, well. You should have some carryover into this. So
we'll line up 3 on the right, even though they're on the right hash.
Yeah,
One on
not
the
giving
left.
them a lot of room here. It'll be a handoff
Out to the left.
And he'll go. Mike Sistone will not reach him. Will Blake misses the dive. He's going deep. Down to Christian Brettweiser, who takes him down, and he never really misses a tackle. Christian's not having it. He's some jawing going on.
That's the problem.
People are talking.
When they line up 3 on the right, when they're on the right hash, they line up 3 on the right.
Gives a lot of room.
A lot of space.
That's true. Good. I did not think of that. It's true. So
especially on these smaller fields.
So we'll see a huge run there from Beard, and that's been their one big play so far in this game. As we're at 8 minutes in the second quarter, so pretty early, obviously, but still.
It's still high school, so if we can stop them here
and
they can't kick, that's still a shutout.
It's very easy to hold it to bend but not break at this level, because I mean in the NFL when Graham Gano is kicking 63-yarders to crush the Giants' season's dreams, you know.
You got to worry a little bit.
You got to worry a little bit more. Handoff to the same guy, number 21, White. He'll have room to run. He'll get a good game there before. Is he still up? No, it looks like Clay Morris came out with it somehow. I don't know how. Great play there by 72 Blue. I'm going to guess that's... Oh, no, 72 Blue, I know. That's Adam Herbs, 100%, of course.
Now, I guess he was down.
I guess he was down.
So, 2nd and inches here. I'm guessing they'll just jam it up the middle.
Just jam it up the middle, yeah. I mean, they're in good position here, as it looks like.
Got 3 out on the right and 1 on the left, so.
Yeah, but that's probably just to take some Cougars out of the stack here.
Yeah.
So we only need a little. But they're in the shotgun, and that is surprising because what happened here was the Cougars' all defensive line got the jump on them, and they're in the shotgun, so they have a lot of room. I mean, yeah, if you're going to start a shotgun run, you got to have the offensive line win the battle.
That's a great stop there. Now it's 3rd and 4.
And Adam Herbs and Narain Rajani just absolutely put the team on their backs for that one there. 3-yard loss is what they're calling it. So we'll see a run most likely, but they're lined up in a 4-receiver set again with the same halfback in the shotgun. And
yeah, a lot of space out to the left again.
Nope, he looks like QB will take it on a sneak. Narain is there, but he misses the tackle, and that's
short.
That's a tackle that Narain's got to make, though. I mean, I don't think he got any yards, but he could have got him for a loss. And now we've got 4th, and now this is an interesting one. Are you taking the field goal here, Casey?
I am not taking the field goal. Not at
this level.
High school kickers, no.
Now, Casey, you do have a bit of a leg yourself. Do you want to get out on the field?
I would like to get out on the field and see what I can do, but
Yeah. We've been talking about it for years. He's talking, what is Casey's leg? Where is the potential there? But it's not been realized yet. So we have
like
a
they will not go for
fourth
a field goal.
Nope, and not necessarily surprising.
Receiver
4th and
set
4,
again,
huge
except for
play
2
for the
and
Cougars
2.
D, and we'll see a pass, and then it will be dropped. And huge play by Will Blake there, breaking up the play, and he's had a game for himself with 2 catches, broke up that play. He's missed a couple tackles, but we'll let it slide. So now the Cougars offense will set up with a long way to go. Christian
Still 5
Brettweiser's
minutes
talking
on
to the coach. He's getting the commands.
Still 5 minutes on the clock, so time shouldn't be an issue.
No, not at all. You should see
How
him.
many timeouts do you get?
3 timeouts. Mo Beard's used 1, so. We'll see Christian take it right now from the shotgun formation. And he will roll out to the right. Looks like it's a scramble attempt. Ethan destroys someone. And that's
Wow.
wow. I
like
mean,
to see
you see it every game, and you just love to see it because he's just strong. You know, nothing else to say about it. 2nd and 4 here off a 6-yard gain from Christian. And I like when Christian runs to the side. I mean, like, when they get the blocking, it works because he's
With
mobile.
Ethan out there, you're guaranteed at least a few yards.
Exactly. If the offensive line doesn't completely mess up, and Ethan Gross is lead blocking and Christian's on his feet, and this time Ethan will take it himself, and he misses it, makes a couple guys miss before the entire town of Mo Beard dives on him. So now it looks like that'll be set them up for a 3rd down. So
3rd and maybe 1, or maybe even shorter than that.
historically, the Cougars have always been good at converting on these types of plays if they have 2 tries to do it.
They'll actually give us the 1st down.
Oh, they gave him the 1st down, so they don't have to worry about picking up the 1st. Oh. Little conference down on their own 10 for the Cougars. And Danny Arcilla was on the soccer team last year, makes the switch over with 0 football experience. Couple guys get injured. 2nd half of the season, this guy's the team. Ethan Gross with the throw. Perfect throw. And what a catch by Clay Morris as Ethan Gross is loving it as he goes down the field. And that was just a beautiful play. I'm loving it.
Now, I didn't catch that. Was the snap directly to Ethan, or did he get...
I'm not actually sure. If you're at home, you can just wind that back and check, because I don't know who actually took the snap. But Ethan Gross put it a little bit in front of him, but a great throw to keep it out of the cornerback's hands, and Clay Morris with a beautiful catch. And last time we did the game, Jonah Barbin was also not here today, and Daniel Stair wouldn't stop calling him Nelson Aguilar, so proves them right this time as Christian takes a run, and he will be shoved out right into the cheerleaders. And we'll see the Cougars cross midfield into enemy territory.
Now, Cole, if you were out on the field today, are you wearing short sleeves or are you going long sleeves under your jersey?
I'm wearing 18 layers, and I'm not even on the field right now, so I'd be wearing a jacket. I did not do well in the cold.
So only 2 receivers out, a lot of men on the line. Got 7 on the line.
And it looks like a handoff to Ethan Gross. It is a handoff to Ethan Gross. You get these texts ever? You get these vote.org texts? I don't know if I signed up for something accidentally or they just kind of spam.
Gotta vote.
Gotta vote. November 6th. Civic duty.
A gain of 3 yards. 3rd down and 4.
So it'll be 3rd and 4. Are you throwing it here or are you running it?
I like the idea of a throw, like a little screen pass, but I don't want to risk.
You don't see many screen passes.
No, I mean, sometimes we do. Sometimes we see them too many. We don't see them work much for the Cougars. The problem with the screen pass, if you don't have a Trey Wilson who's going to absolutely burn a player, you're putting it 100% on Mo Beard getting caught off guard and the blocking being good. So we'll see a timeout taken. And I don't know who called it, but
I believe it was by the Cougars.
It was by the Cougars?
I like the timeout call just because
Under 4 minutes. Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have used the timeout.
Get the boys juiced up. Chef it, hydrating right there.
How do we zoom in?
No, the zoom's been a little. It's not working there, but you know, they can see it fine. Adams looking tough as always with the black eyeliner. Not eyeliner, black face. I don't know what it is. I said it.
Face paint.
Face paint. I mean, yeah. It's war paint, Casey.
Fighting out there.
Dude's battling in the trenches every single play. No plays off. Dude's a human protein shake right there. 3rd and 4. So, I mean, I'd like to see a pass ideally, but the problem is you do a screen pass, what has to happen? The wide receivers have to take a few steps back, and then if he gets caught, then we're looking at a 3rd and 7. So we'll see a little pitch to Ethan. He breaks tackles. Reversal. He keeps making guys miss. He gets the first and...
That's the first with a few yards to spare.
And that was a little Saquon play there where he didn't pick up as many yards as tackles he broke and good plays he made. Because, you know, but he just made it look...
That looks like a dead play
Yeah,
almost.
that's what it was. Because
he had a nice cut back.
There was a guy in the backfield.
Yeah.
So...
Christian talking with the coach here. Jog back out to the huddle.
So usually we'll see... Usually we'll see a run here on 1st down, so we'll see. But with 2 fullbacks and a halfback behind him, it looks like that's what we'll see. And it'll be another pitch to Ethan. Someone's on him, and he'll get chopped down for a short loss there.
Looks like a missed block there or something.
A missed block, or I think maybe a wide receiver missed the block. Who knows? But that one does not work out. So we'll see what happens today. I'm just excited that the Giants can't lose this week. So, on the bye.
That's the benefit of a bye week.
Yep. And Christian will drop back. He's blitzed immediately. Look at it. Look at that vision. Look at that vision. And then he is sacked by 3 players. But
he had some good movement there.
And he's always very mobile on his feet. I mean, to stay up and not get taken down and make a few guys miss. Maybe he should have thrown it towards the end there, but.
I mean, his jersey got grabbed twice.
There was a guy on him immediately with a head of steam, and I got a little bit nervous for that guy right there. I saw some CTE in his future if he didn't jump up. So
3rd and 15.
3rd and 15. I'd like to see a throw here, as we've seen the throws work better than any game I think I've seen all season.
Yeah.
Except maybe the one I didn't go to in the beginning where they scored like 48 points. I'm just going to assume the throwing game was better. But in any games that was competitive. So, I think it was a timeout by someone.
Ruff's having a conference at the half.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're talking about.
You think they're talking about, like, I always assume they're talking about lunch or something, like, I don't know, what they're going to get later. All right. Do you think maybe they're making bets about the game? Do you think they ever do that?
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, that's very unethical. It's true. So, after taking a injury, that referee has looked to make a full recovery, has rebounded completely, and they've stayed out on the field. And they've been having a great game, too. I don't think they've really missed many calls. So.
Me neither.
Very windy, sorry for that. And movement on the line, it looks like Luciano Kalanja jumped. So it will be a false start. And now we'll look at a 3rd and longer.
At this point, I'm guessing they're just going to run it or a shorter pass just to try and pick up some yards. Because you can't really expect to get the first.
Yeah, with under 2 minutes, or 2 minutes and 1 second here, and Mo Beard only has 1 timeout. And I don't think there's 2-minute warnings, so it's not like the clock's going to stop after a run. I think it might be worth it just to run it down basically in 2 plays and give Mo Beard a short amount of time. But no, he will roll out on him immediately deep. He'll throw it and out of bounds. I'm not bad. I'll take that over an interception.
Now, is there a 2-minute warning?
No, it does not stop. I don't think, or maybe there. I don't think so. We talked about it the last game. No, there's not. There's not.
That was a throw.
Yeah, but
so 4th and 20 here.
And Christian
Christian also punting?
Yeah, he's the kicker. He's the kicker, the punter, the quarterback. And also maybe leading the team in rushing yards. Almost blocked. That looks like a roughing the kicker. I think that was a missed call there. It's muffed again as nobody can field his punts. And I think Christian missed the call there. I mean, that was a roughing the punter.
A whistle there before the play was even over. I'm not.
Yeah, there was a lot of shenanigans on that play, I think. But the Cougars' kicking has been good. Has been strong so far.
Now Mo-Beard only has one timeout, a minute 47. So
they got a long ways to go here. So Cougars in good position with their defense to go into the half, holding into a shutout. Mo-Beard's really only had one big play, which was about a 60-yard run by, I think, number 71, White.
Yeah, they've got a lot of space out on the left.
Yeah, that was dangerous for him again as they line up right on the right hash mark.
Looks like.
And a timeout will be taken, I think maybe by the Cougars, I think.
Yeah.
I think they didn't like the formation they saw, so good play not to just rush in there.
I mean, with this much time on the clock, you basically just got to make sure
you don't want to take
no
any chances.
Big gains. That's pretty much it.
Well, you know what they say. The only thing that prevent defense does is prevent wins. So. Cougars are cheering. I don't know if it was triggered by something or just general enthusiasm.
Excitement.
And I like to see it. So we'll see Mo-Beard try, and you know they want to get on the scoreboard before halftime, so they're definitely not going to be mailing it in right now with a couple runs. I think we'll like to see some exciting plays here to end the half. And I feel like it's gotten colder as this game's gone on. Am I wrong about that?
I think you are, actually.
I am wrong about that?
Yeah, I do not feel it getting colder, but
maybe, I don't know. So we'll see.
Well, we called a timeout, but we've got the.
It's loose. A pitch, and it's backwards, and very risky toss there, and everyone gets involved there for the Cougars.
Coach does not want to see.
And Sestone is loving it, and great play there by the Cougars D.
I mean, when you're going to take a loss anyways, I don't see the reason for a pitch straight up in the air.
I mean, I think it was a risky and not a smart play with the way that they've been fumbling balls all over the field today.
Now I'm guessing they'll just let the clock.
Which it looks like what they're doing is they do not seem to be in a hurry to get this play off here. So it looks like we'll see the excitement turn down a bit unless the Cougars D makes a play.
Maybe a safety.
But maybe, who knows, maybe they'll be able to try something. We got a motion there. Drops back to pass, and he will throw it downfield. And it is caught by the same player who made that big play earlier, 21, not 71, sorry. And that'll take them, I mean, like all things considered, they're only at their own 45 now because they were so deep in the hole. But
the clock is stopped, so it looks like they've called the timeout.
No, it doesn't. I don't think they did.
I'm not sure why the clock is
stopped.
That's
a... Okay, now it's running it, but I don't know. That looked... Unless it is, I don't think so. And he will be under pressure. He'll have to scramble. I mean, he's good gain. He stays up, so good gain of about 7, but not what you need when the clock keeps running.
I'm not sure about that call from the Mo-Beard coach. I think you have to throw it again.
I think that was inaudible. I think it was not inaudible. I think it was a scramble when he saw there was pressure on him immediately to just try and get something. But if it was smart, I think he should have thrown it away and just clocked it.
36 seconds left.
So Mo-Beard will use their last timeout here. And that big play on field is kind of, I think it kind of shows a little bit of weakness from the Cougars there, as they did have about 3 people back, and the one dude from the other team came down with it. But so far, only big play in the air and only one big play on the ground. So Cougars try and hold them to 0 with 36 seconds left. Mo-Beard's out of timeouts. So basically, if they keep the ball in play, they only got 2 plays here.
I'm guessing the quarterback's got at least somewhat of an arm, as we just saw. So I'm guessing they'll take some shots downfield here.
That's what I would advise if I was Mo-Beard. If I was rooting for Mo-Beard.
Looks like 2nd and 2 maybe. Although the first down isn't really too much of a concern.
No, not really at this point. And it will be a run. Well, actually, so I don't. No, I mean, he didn't even get out of bounds, did he? I don't think he got out of bounds. The clock's still running.
He did get out of bounds.
So Adam Herbs makes the play, but now it's 28 seconds left. From the 40, definitely more reasonable than the 50. And they're definitely in a better position here because that 10-yard difference is a big deal, I think, for a quarterback. So between 50 and 40.
Age,
yeah. 50 and 40 definitely matters. So
if they get another 10 here, they'd be in a pretty good spot.
I think you got to throw it at this point. No timeouts, and he's under pressure immediately, so that will just be thrown up. And almost a chance for Will Blake, who was playing strong safety there, to come down with it, but it was a little bit too far in front of him. So we'll see second now from the 40 with 23 seconds left. No timeouts. Mo Beard trying to make something happen. Now, do you think if they get to the 25, do you think there's any chance they try and kick a field goal? Probably not.
No, unless you have a future NFL kicker on your roster.
That's true. And he'll roll out to scramble. I don't know what they're...
It looks like he was going to throw for a second there, but decided to keep it.
I mean, I don't know what the downside is from throwing it there, from just taking 3 shots at the end zone. I mean, you know, if you do the scouting report, you know their best secondary players, Jack and Trey, Jack was leading the team with interceptions, and Trey was just generally insane. I mean, they're both out. Not a lot of height in the secondary as Will Blake, Danny Arcilla, Christian Brettweiser, and Clay Morris are all, I don't want to misquote, but I think they're all like under 5'10", and some under 5'8", so not a lot of height. Christian might be the tallest, so it looks like they will take a shot, and no, they will not. He will scramble, and he won't get out of bounds as Ethan Gross trucks him, and that should run out the end of the half with 7 seconds left. And the clock stopped. I don't know why.
I think that's something with high school rules. It must be.
Oh, like the clock only starts once they get to the line, or the clock only starts when the ball is set, maybe. So they actually will have 3 seconds left in the half from the Cougars 20. So it looks like they have 1 play left. What do you think they're doing here? Just take a shot?
Throw it. You're not kicking it. I mean, not with the wind today.
Just take a shot. I agree.
Now, do you think they run an actual play, or do you think they send a bunch of guys on one side and just throw it up?
And just wing it?
Yeah.
I mean, that is technically an actual play. But yeah, it's more of
it's not as designed.
It's the screw it of play calling and just send 4 people down. And number 2 will throw it, and I don't know what happened. Oh, it was blocked at the line by, I think it was Luciano Calandra and Caleb Hoffman.
Up here in the broadcasting booth.
Yeah, I think it was Caleb Hoffman makes that play. So that wraps it up for the first half. Very long end there, as I think it took about 10 minutes to play the last 3. So we'll be back after halftime. I'm going to go inside and try not to freeze to death, even though it's actually not that cold out. I think I'm just being soft. So I'll try and work on my toughness in the halftime break. We'll be back. So we are back here to start the second half. We have Sebastian in the camera. Hi.
Yes, hello, that's me.
Okay. Casey Salaji.
What's up?
And Cole Privatier. So Cougars off to a 13-0 lead here to start off the second half. They will kick it away to Mo-Beard. So we'll see the Cougars D get a shot out in the beginning of the half. What do you like to see change for the Cougars or Mo-Beard?
Well, I don't want to see anything change for Mo-Beard. I like that they're not scoring.
True, and a big body catches the ball. Absolute unit. Clay Morris takes him down. I don't really know how. I mean, like, it looks like Clay Morris kind of ducked down and the dude ran into him. And
that was their best kick return this game because they didn't fumble it.
Yep.
So.
Actually a clean catch and run. And the thing that impresses me the most about Clay Morris, even though he set an amazing catch and he makes great plays down the field, but defensively, he makes a lot of tackles that just, I mean, like, you do the weight and height calculations, they just don't add up. So, Mo-Beard gets a chance to set up operation at their own 47, so shortish field. Number 3 will roll out, throw it deep, and Clay Morris, interception. He'll try and take it back. He makes a guy miss. He keeps going. He'll take it down to the Cougars 40, and Clay Morris, what an absolute beast.
Funny, we were just talking about his catches, his defense.
Yep.
Now he's
huge play there. And you know what? I've said some things that I've had some doubts about the secondary, but right there he proves that maybe some of those doubts were incorrect. Right. And I mean, the Cougars D has just looked phenomenal all season. So
we'll take it on the 40.
And I'd like to see Christian Brettweiser fix something with his shirt there because his swag levels are decreasing right now. He's got, you see what I'm talking about? Or,
the undershirt?
Yeah, the undershirt right there.
He's been wearing the undershirt.
I know, but it's like kind of peeking out a little bit too much now. I don't know how I feel about it. But anyway, I'll hand it off to Ethan Gross.
Nothing. Oh.
takes the entire team to take him down as usual.
Just got
Ethan Gross was taken down by 4 Morristown-Beard defenders.
So we'll see a couple changes come up here as Spagnoli runs off the field, and Will Blake, who's had a great game for himself also with a couple catches, line up. So we've got Blake, Arcella, Morris, and I believe Narain lined up in the 4 receiver set. Christian rolls out to the right. Some good blocking gives him time. Not a bad throw there. Kind of just missed him by a bit. Clay Morris got a hand on it. Could not bring it in. So we'll see an incompletion.
Third and 11. I think you got to throw it here.
I think you do got to throw it here.
It's like a 3 on the right, 1 on the left. Ethan in the backfield, pretty typical.
And the ball will go to Ethan.
We'll hand it off.
He'll grind it out for a few.
I'm not sure I agree with that play call. It seems kind of like a give up.
I agree. I agree with that. Well, it depends what they're thinking here. If they're going to punt it, I agree it is kind of a give up.
Based on the players coming on and off.
You know what, though? I don't know if that was a... Yeah, it is a punt. And Adam Herbs is off the field, so... I don't think it's a horrible play call because... You know, if they threw it and didn't... Okay, this... Christian is just getting assaulted after every play here on these punts, and nothing's been called yet, so... Yep. And some MKA coaches or some MKA fans have screamed out my same sentiments about that. You gotta protect the punters there. They're absolutely exposed. And he's just taking hits after all these punts.
Fans are not happy.
No, and I wouldn't be because, you know, he's a quarterback too, so you can't have him taking these big shots on every single play of the game. So, great punt though, and not caught in the air. So, Fans still talking. They're not over yet. So they have set up in a long way to go here, as they're inside their own 20, which for high school is pretty. It's not unusual, but it's not as common as it is in the NFL. He usually gets shorter fields because people don't have as long legs and people have better returns. So you know, the run will get forced out of bounds.
A gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Taking a knee right there.
David Sheffett's always
Sheffett?
always knee down. Yeah, he is 74. Big Chiefus on the line. So second and medium. It'll be a QB sneak, or I guess the direct to the snap running back, and we'll pick up the first, whatever the play was.
He had a good spin there. It looked like we had him wrapped up, but
but they got loose.
Clay Morris brings down the ball carrier, but not before the side get a first down.
Here come the cheerleaders, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if they're late or they usually come out after, but cheerleaders are 2 minutes late out here, so. We'll see what we figure out. We'll see what the Cougars D decides to throw at him here after that first down pickup by Mo-Beard. Mo-Beard's scoreless still, so Cougars D has been perfect. We got an interception by Clay Morris, is I think the only, and another loose ball, and it's still loose. And he's just got to dive on it, and Ethan Gross will pick it up, and now that gives Cougars a great field position to put this game away for their Cougars D.
I mean, it's definitely not over if we score 20, but
I mean, it's not over, like,
it's pretty
but
close.
with the way the Cougars D plays, it's not over. But I mean, like, I'm feeling confident if they go up 20-0.
Yeah, puts them over.
So great play there. I mean, the Mo-Beard just can't snap the ball correctly. That's about their 4th muff snap, and they've also had like three dropped kicks and punts. I mean, they've been
lots of fumbles on special teams.
They've been missing balls a lot today.
So we're inside the 10, so this will be 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Yeah, so Christian is in a great opportunity here and he'll give it to Ethan. Ethan tries to pound it up the middle, and he'll get a handful of yards here to make it a little bit closer, just 1 yard at a time. What do you want to see in play calls, though?
I like a run here.
You like a run?
5.
You like 4 runs?
Yeah, I mean, 2nd and goal, 5 yards to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you only need like 2 yards of play to get to the end zone, so.
That's true, so.
Maybe 1 throw just to mix it up, just because you don't want them to stack the line. But.
I agree. I mean, the thing is that the reason I don't want to put the ball in the air is because with this short amount of room, you're risking an interception. And I think this is field goal territory, where they were from about 4th and goal from the 5. I think you just take the field goal, make it a 16-3 possession game, and honestly trust the fact that Mo-Beard's not going to score 3 times on the Cougars.
I mean, it's not quite 3 possession though, because
16 points is 3 possessions.
Touchdown and 2-point conversion.
And I said it earlier, Casey Salaji in here checking my math. But
essentially, I would say 3 possession game.
Well, I'm wrong, so it's not really essentially incorrect. I should be not in charge of the math department. Clay Morris takes it around the end. He gets some blocking, and he looks like he'll get in. There's a flag. He did not get in. He was short by a little bit, but he wasn't that far. So we'll see what they do. I'll change the thing, by the way. I'll make it 3rd quarter on the MKA TV. So there is a penalty. They don't say who it's on yet, but
it's like holding on the offense. That's what the ref just signaled.
Oh, offensive holding.
Yeah.
That's a drive killer right there. So now they're gonna have to set up from 3rd and 18. Is it something about the 15? Oh yeah, it's spotted.
2 yards
15.
back from the 5-yard line. So
the sun is coming out.
3rd down. It's a big swing there. 4th and 1.
Yeah,
Back to 3rd.
big difference there. Big difference. So
now I think you got to throw it.
Yeah, I think you gotta. I guess you gotta try and make a play up the field.
Field goal. If not, hopefully a touchdown.
And Clay Morris will take it and throw, and a horrible throw by Clay Morris. Just goes right to the other, and it did not look athletic. Like, it did not look like he had ever thrown a football before. And that'll.
I mean, we were actually open too.
He was open, and the guy down the field was wide open. If he threw like a bullet pass, could have picked up 8 yards there, but he kind of just lobbed it right to the other team. I don't know what he was looking at. I don't know if they've practiced that play and seen his arm, or maybe he just had a bad throw. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He had an interception, made some great catches.
Still good field position though.
Well, yeah, the defense is in great field possession, but it's. I mean, yes, but I don't know. You could have had a. Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, you don't like to see it. Some laundry flying out on the field right now, as will.
Flag on the play.
Mo Beard will pick up 10.
Late hit, late tackle. I'm not sure.
We'll see what the refs come up with. Personal foul on the Cougars will move the ball up the field against them. So penalties. Excuse me?
The volume's going on this.
So the penalties in the last couple minutes have been pretty detrimental to the Cougars. They kind of broke up their drive after the fumble. And now we'll see them try and make up after that personal foul. And Mo Beard spinning and diving up the field. He'll get about a 6-yard gain.
Taken down by Adam Earps.
See back with the call.
A gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
See the Knicks pick up a big win over the Mavericks last night. Finally getting some W's on this.
That was a big win.
It is a big win because we've lost so many games that are just close. Oh, and the ball's dropped again. I mean, they really cannot execute snaps. And that'll be, he does recover it, but he will still be brought down for a loss.
3rd and 5 now?
3rd and 5. Okay, I need to correct myself. I've said AJ Christian about 10 times today. AJ Christian's not on the team. It's his twin brother, Michael Christian. So it's that's my fault. So I mean, Mo Beard's really not had any ability to execute on snaps today. I mean, they've been. I think they've dropped maybe 6. 2 of them have been turnovers. 1 was a loss of 18 yards. So they really need to tighten that up going into the offseason. As both teams look, they've had less than desired seasons. So flag flies. He's got blockers ahead of him. Christian Brentweiser runs in and makes a great tackle as always. And
he was able to get the first.
But a flag was thrown early. I think this might be against the offense. Nope, looks like it's.
Refs are talking here. Very intense conversation.
Don't know what it's about, and it will be. Now, what does that mean exactly?
I'm not quite sure of the exact rule. I'm not really sure how that's possible.
Yeah, like, was it like they lined up with? I have no idea. I honestly don't. I was trying to think. I don't know.
I mean, we'll take it.
We'll take the call, but
We'll take the 5.
3rd and 9. So now Mo Beard is in a bit of a worse situation. Obviously, as they're now 5 yards back. And I'm surprised Mo Beard has not thrown as much.
They've got a 5 receiver set.
Yeah, now it looks like it's definitely a throw. And I mean, I like this call. And Ethan Gross gets right up the middle. Cannot quite get him though, so he'll stay up and he'll move around. And it'll turn into a scramble. I don't know if it was originally a scramble or if he just kind of ended up having to run. I mean, I would assume the original play was to pass because they had 5 receivers out there.
So we'll see a 4th and about 4 yards.
4th and about
Looks like
3
they're
is
going
my
for it.
count, Casey. You want to check your math?
Yes, it is 3.
Yeah, Casey's wrong.
But it looks like they're not punting as they're in a huddle right now.
No, and I don't
We
think
can
this is...
force a turnover here. That would be...
Yeah, set up Christian with some more short field position. I don't necessarily disagree with this call here.
We've seen this play
And
already.
I don't know about this play, though, as he is gobbled up. I don't think he got there. The ball's loose again. I think Mobeard dived on it, so that won't be a factor. But I think Cougars will get a turnover on downs here. We'll see what the spot is. Calandra brings him down, but it is a team effort, and it looks like the spot looks like it's short.
Yeah, definitely.
And the Cougars take it down that way. And what do you think about that play call?
I don't know. I mean, we've seen them do that a bunch. I think it was just too predictable. 3 guys in the backfield, like,
What?
saw that,
Oh, yeah.
Cougars saw that coming all the way.
What do you think about the fact that they went for it at all and didn't punt?
I like that,
You like the call?
honestly.
Yeah, I don't have a
yards.
problem with it, 'cause, you know, if you punt it, you might be saving 20 yards, something about. I mean, if there's a good return.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think he kicks it 30 yards, 40 yards, gets 10.
And this isn't giving the Cougars great field position by any means.
It is giving,
It's
yeah.
good field position, but
But-
nothing.
The Mobeard defense has held the Cougars a few times today also and lately, so they've been trusting their D. Spagnoli takes it up the middle. He with a nice pickup there. And the Cougars' run offense has been good today. I don't think anyone
Very
can.
solid.
And a lot of that stems from the offensive line, which is bolstered by Adam Erbs, of course, Luciana Calandra, David Sheffett, Dom Greendale, and Patrick Morriso. And this time, the offensive line does their best Eric Flowers imitation, as the handoff immediately leads to a loss in the backfield.
No holding though.
No holding.
Eric Flowers probably.
Eric
would've-
Flowers would have somehow managed to get beat and get called for a holding at the same time. So now we have a 3rd and 8. We'll probably see a throw here.
Most likely.
As we are-
I would like to see a throw here, just because the throwing offense has been.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, it's been pretty good. I mean, they haven't.
Looks like they will throw. He's got a
And-
man open across.
And he'll run, and he'll try to squeeze it into Clay. Does not get it. And I mean, Mo Beard's got a lot of big guys. Look at 76 and look at 73.
Big bodies.
Big bodies. And, you know, I'm watching them try and chase after Christian, and I'm thinking, thank God Christian's faster, because not guys you want falling on you.
It looks like we're gonna punt here.
And I think this is the right call. If Christian's been kicking well today, he gets a good one deep,
We're up by
Yep.
13.
and good kick.
Very good kick.
And a great kick as he has to fair catch it inside his own 10. And Christian's been kicking it amazing today, honestly. And I was his harshest critic a few weeks ago after he had an 8-yard punt one of those games where, but great, pin him inside the 10, keep it out of the end zone. Mo Beard should just not have caught that, should have just let it bounce. I mean, probably would have gone in, but a lot of hang time on the kick, so maybe the Cougars could have gotten down there. So now the Cougars D is in a situation where you just got to believe they're going to hold him again. Like there's not a lot of chance, barring a huge play down the field. Mo Beard's probably not going 90. And run will go not very far.
You gotta wonder if some of these guys are cold down on the field. I mean, short sleeves, windy day.
It's so the wind kind of took over the mic for a second. Yeah, Casey, I mean, I agree. I would be freezing if I was wearing short sleeves out there right now, but I think they're just trying to show they're tougher than the other guys out there.
But it is 53 degrees.
It is 53 degrees. Big weather, guys. Sebastian out here.
So looks like they'll get the first.
Yeah, definitely.
You see some guys in the NFL, even when it's snowing,
Yeah.
they actually come out in short sleeves.
I mean,
They really don't care.
they really don't. I think they're just trying to act. I mean, Cougars getting very excited. The fans. They just gave up a first down. I don't know what they're cheering about, but general excitement. 13-0 win. I'm for it. Last game of the season. Last game ever for Christian Adam, Ethan Spagnoli, Luke Hunter, David Sheffett, Patrick Morristow. I don't think I'm missing anyone. I don't know why I decided to list them all out, because of course I probably will miss someone.
We'll go to the right. It's got blockers,
But he will be eaten up. So Mike Sistone gets the tackle.
Big money Mike Sistone. What do you know?
I'm going to repeat that.
Big money Mike Sistone. What do you know? Makes his first tackle of the game.
I don't think that was his first tackle, but I like the energy. So second and medium.
They got 3 in the backfield again. I'm guessing they're going to do the same exact play.
And this time he gets around. Luciano doesn't get that. I lost him for a second. I thought they had him, but they didn't.
Bad tackling there by the Cougars.
Yep.
I mean, we had him for about a gain of 1 or 2, but then he
lost him.
That's definitely first down.
So Mo-Beard's been moving the chains, but the thing is they're moving it slowly because they're not getting any big plays. And the thing is, if you're getting up by getting 7 individual first downs, it's much harder, obviously, because you use more time, but it gives the Cougars only need, like, if you have to convert 4 times on 3rd down, odds are the Cougars are going to make one of those stops. And that's why it's been so hard to move up the field on the Cougars.
Especially when they're running the same play over and
not a lot of diversity in the play calling out here.
Well, it looks like they'll switch it up here finally.
Yep, and we'll see a snap.
Like
We've seen it before,
yeah.
And Ethan comes up with it, but it is whistle dead. Kalandra with the tackle. Big day for him.
Gain of 1 to 2 yards.
So 2nd and 5. 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. So scoreless 3rd quarter is what it's looking like it's going to end as.
Unfortunate. We would have liked to see some scoring.
Yeah, there were some big plays. I mean, Cougars had a fumble recovery down there, and they had an interception by Clay Morris. But then that drive ended by a Clay Morris interception.
Well, actually, loss of about 2 there.
Yeah, brought him down, and that should end the 3rd quarter.
We've got 4 seconds left on the clock.
But the clock doesn't start till the
Yep.
with the ball.
So, but I don't think Mo-Beard's gonna try and force out a play here. The flag was down, and it was against the offense. So, I don't even know about that rule. Does the clock stop on penalties? Because sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, and it is a universal. I mean, I watch a decent amount of football, but I've never hammered that rule. I feel like they changed the rules a lot.
We're not rulebook experts.
We are not. We need. We'll have to give a call to who's the guy they do in the NFL? They call
I don't
him.
know. They have some expert. What's his name?
I know. I'm blanking on it.
Come on and tell us rules that we usually are.
Yeah. So that'll end the 3rd quarter. We'll take a very quick break, and then we'll be back to start off the 4th and the last quarter of the Cougar season. See if they can hold on to the lead here. We'll be right back. The transition was very interception on the first play by Christian Brettweiser. And I think we got the interception. Did we get it on the camera? It was very quick, got us caught off guard. And Christian Brettweiser gets the pick on the first play, and the Cougars will now set up their offense. And the clock didn't even start yet for the thing. Nobody was ready. And to start the fourth quarter, we have, in addition to the booth, the infamous Danny Zinn is with us.
I'm so happy to be back. And this defense has been absolutely cooking. Let's see if we can transition to the offense.
Cooking is the exact adjective I would have used there. Sun's coming out, and
It is starting to get a little warmer here.
Oh,
A little more cozy.
they're letting the cameraman talk.
Seaback's been coming in with the weather all half here. I'm loving it. So,
As
The refs seem to be.
I can't say it in the microphone.
As Zinni would say, cooking is the right word.
oh my. So,
Now the clock will run once Cougars take possession.
Cougars will take possession after the interception.
As it goes after most interceptions.
Yep. So I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, Cameron seems a little groggy.
We had to switch sides for the.
Yep.
Well, we had a timeout.
And now I am correct. This is the last game of the season, right? Or do they have one next week? Because I've been saying that all day, but I could be 100% wrong.
Well, this is a playoff game,
But I thought it was like it's the fake playoffs where they just like play and they win and they get a cookie if they win, but if they lose it doesn't really matter.
I was told on multiple occasions this is the last game.
Yeah, that's what I was under the impression.
I saw on the schedule that this was the last game, so I don't know any other game that they have. So, but they did play their hearts out this game, so that's what they can be proud of. So.
And this is for the #1 ranking in the nation for high school football.
That's just a lie.
#1 in our hearts. Did Luchas run the ball?
We'll see.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so we think it's the last game of the season. Maybe I'll ask one of these other gentlemen in the booth up here who might be more.
This is their 10th game of the season. They have 2 wins, but one of their wins did come against Morristown-Beard about 2 weeks ago.
Yes, that is all true. All true.
On the stats.
On the stats here. And a fake handoff the end around. Christian gets it, and he will have a good run there. Picks up the first.
Should be good for the first down. Oh, and the refs are waving their hands in the air like they just do not care
Oh my
about reffing this game well.
Danny is coming at the refs within like, what's that, 2 minutes of being in the booth? He's already coming at the refs? I would expect nothing else from. And just as the usual disclaimer, Danny Zinn is not affiliated with MKA TV and we do not support his views.
Their job is to hold their hands up, so that's why they're called refs.
Sebastian has gone over his 20 word for the half limit.
That was a weird definition of referee, but.
And Ethan will take it but go nowhere as he is gobbled up at the line.
I'm still yet to see Ethan get tackled by less than 3 players.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean, the dude's a tank. As I've been ridiculed for saying too frequently.
If only the word tank fit into his name somewhere. That'd be a strong nickname,
not.
But.
Ethan Gross, yeah. There's something
Ethan
there.
Gross, a big man, 6'1", 215 pounds, and
I don't know.
That's a lot of.
I don't even know if those numbers are right.
No, man, he's just kind of spitballing. I mean, I would say he's over. What weight did you give him?
Yeah,
No, he's 6'3". I've talked to him about this before.
He's 6'3".
He's 6'3".
Yeah, I'm 6 and he's about 3 inches taller than me. So.
No, he also wears that Abraham Lincoln hat sometimes too, which makes him even taller.
I've never seen
What?
Ethan Gross, a notorious Abraham Lincoln imposter, I guess, in the eyes of Sebastian.
I have no idea
We'll have someone
what.
look into that.
We just Seaback's just spewing off presidents now. I don't know what.
3rd and 12. Gonna need to see it throw.
Crazy wins. Especially with these wins,
Yeah.
and our kickers make field goals.
Flags down. Christian missiles it into Clay Morris, who drops the ball. Rare drop for Clay. And the wind is making this very difficult. I almost got blown out of the booth a second ago. I'm going to have to put weights in my shoes.
For a skinny guy like Cole, I mean, this is dangerous.
This is dangerous situations out here. I got to I'm going to have to tie a balloon on so you guys can keep track of me when I'm floating away. So 3rd and 12.
Let's see what the flag is.
Well, what is
Seaback's looks like he's gearing up for another comment. We'll see.
Facing wrong direction.
Oh.
Well, Cindy, that means that it's going back. The penalty is on the Cougars. That's when they point.
Yeah, but I don't know why he was facing to the
Now
visitor.
it is placed at the 38-yard line, so it will be 3rd and 17.
Do you ever like type words into like your computer and like it says the words weirdly, but like it's like technically right?
Do I ever?
You know what I'm talking about? Like the speak mode on a computer. That's what Seaback sounds like.
It took me a second, but I see where you're coming. Do you have a response, Seaback?
Well, yes, I do sound like a computer because I know all the statistics. That's what I do. Yeah.
He's embracing it, and we love it. He's in.
Oh wow.
Wow, we are far back.
Yeah.
And it's a 3rd.
That is
30.
a big
It's a
penalty.
3rd and a light year out here for the Cougars.
It's a 20-yard penalty?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean,
What was the call? Like,
I don't know. We never got an official
18-yard
call.
penalty, guys.
I guess they gotta.
2 receivers. Not sure.
I
They were
guess
throwing the football.
Christian will run. Looks like he's gonna try and QB sneak.
I mean, you're not going to get the first there.
What's
That's-
the?
Yeah, I mean, there aren't a lot of 3rd and 30 plays.
No, not a lot, especially when it's a QB draw.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
like-
mean, they could have just punted the ball, but the last time they punted twice, Christian Rottweiser almost
third
got
ball.
hit.
you
third
want to
down.
punt on 3rd down?
A rare 3rd down punt suggested by Sebastian Seaback.
Not
Coaching
seen
mastermind.
that. Coaching mastermind. Christian Brettweiser will
High
take the
snap,
punt,
but we'll still get it.
and one of his
It's a roll.
one of his lower kicks, but it will dribble down to the 20. And Christian Brettweiser with a missile today. I don't even. A missile is not the right word. More of like an accurate. I don't know. I'm at a loss for adjectives.
Yeah,
but
lost for words. For good punt.
good punt. Yes, well put. Put it simply. No need to put some more
Yeah.
sprinkles on it.
Yeah.
It just-
Wasn't a great punt, but landed in the perfect spot. That's what.
That's
that
what
was
makes
so-
it
that
a
was a
good
good
punt. That's a
punt.
great punt.
Usually when punts land in the perfect spot, they're good punt.
Well, Christian Weiser's last 2 punts were a lot better.
Christian
than that one.
Bright?
I know everyone loves punting analysis, so I'll give my take on it. In the beginning of the season, Chris looked like he was going for hang time a little bit more, and that's why sometimes it wouldn't go as far, and the other team would just catch it and run. Now it looks like he's just kind of kicking line drives, and it's worked out because he's just putting it down the field after it hits contact. So now Mo Beard's got another long way to go. Cougar special teams, the unsung hero, snapped directly to an RB. He is gobbled right up by Adam Herbs.
Well, also, speaking of your point earlier, you saw that Mo Beard cannot handle the football at all. I mean, they bobbled snaps, and then when Christian Breitweiser's punts go on the ground, they bobble that too.
Yes. Yeah. Danny's in.
Thanksgiving
some words.
came early with all these bobbles. That's a gobble joke for all you Thanksgiving fanatics watching right now.
It's coming up that time
But
of year.
mainly more just a jab at Seaback for using the word bobble 12 times in a sentence.
And looks like he's trying to throw. He will air it out here. The Wimble wobble in, and it will be brought down by Mo Beard. Oh no!
Wow. That looked like he had it.
It looked like he had it. At first, it looked
Last
like
second.
the Cougars were in a decent position to take it.
He caught it over one of our
Yeah.
players.
Well, the Cougars caught a pretty big break right there.
I guess that is one of the issues with having your average secondary position player would be about 5'6".
That is, yeah. That's what I was talking about that earlier. The entire secondary is very short. Will Blake, Danny Arcilla, Clay Morris, and Christian Brettweiser.
Well, Clay Morris just had an unbelievable game. Interception. I know he threw an interception, but he also intercepted
Clay
one.
Morris threw an
Clay Morris
interception?
also had
Yeah,
great
they
tackles.
snapped, and it was a bad throw. I mean, I'm only gonna come at him a little bit for that because he does so well at everything else. But
Clay Morris has put together himself a nice game and also a very nice season too. Even though he's just 5'3", 135 pounds.
are you like, do you know this for facts, or you just kind
doesn't
of?
weigh 135 pounds.
Are you just making up numbers? I don't
also
know.
definitely not 5'3".
I think he's higher than 5'3". I mean, that's.
I meant 5'7", 5'7".
I don't think he's 5. I think you overshot on the.
I think he went too low and then
Also,
too
definitely
high.
wrong about the weight too.
Yeah.
I weigh 135.
Danny's in, sharing with the nation.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Listen, it's all about.
Will be a
how you-
throw, short throw, but it looks like it was caught. I don't know if that was planned, or if it was a planned receiver cutback, or if the receiver just.
Nothing like an improvised comeback.
Yep. So Mo Beard moves up the field. Only 7 minutes left to play in the Cougars season. It looks like 13-0. Mo Beard needs to score here.
And I mean, Cougar defense dominant all day.
All day. Another big throw down the field, and
They've been taking advantage of these smaller
and that's.
cornerbacks.
I mean, I've said it earlier in the game. I think the Cougars secondary is the weakest part of their team. They did have an interception earlier, and another one to start the quarter with Christian. But
Morristown-Beard.
it's just the height and the inexperience from a couple of these guys, Danny Arcilla and Will Blake, have not been first string players for a while. And Mo Beard physically has a lot of height on their team and out wide, so
They're a
Big number 3 gonna
Yep.
take it on the edge.
They love
get dragged
direct
down.
snapping it to
they
number
do. They don't really have a quarterback. It seems like different people are always throwing it, and that's kind of why they're
quarterback
taking.
by committee. Would that be
Exactly.
the future of the league?
That might be. I don't know. If OBJ keeps throwing missiles like he is,
If we look at New Orleans, that what's his name, Hill?
and it's same thing.
Same thing,
Number
just on
3
the
will
other
take it, but
side.
other side he'll make Ethan Gross miss, but Ethan Gross finally gets back because Ethan Gross doesn't miss tackles.
3rd and short here. What do you think they do? The same play?
Third and
Yeah,
short.
same play, we're
I
gonna-
mean, I would assume you're going up the middle and not side to side here, but
Oh,
a penalty is thrown here, and we'll see who it's against. Big
Cougars look
big play.
upset about it.
Refs having an intense.
They're saying, "Oh, how do we want to mess up this game? All right, I think we should do this, this, this."
Oh, yeah. You're a little skeptical.
Penalty is on the Cougars.
It's against the
Sportsmanlike
Cougars.
conduct.
On sportsmanlike conduct on who?
On announcer, Danny's in.
On announcer Danny's in on sportsmanlike conduct. If they could throw flags against I don't even want to use the word commentator for Danny's in because I mean you are, but it just kind of
Well, Cindy, you did decide to show up in the booth. You decided to comment. So
I would
I guess you would call that commentary.
I would call him a booth infiltrator more than a
I call myself a booth influencer.
influencer. Okay. What are you like a 20-year-old like Instagram model? Like I'm an influencer and someone asks you what you do?
I'm here for the comedy thing. Let's see. Oh my! they're
He'll
gonna
drop
throw
back
the
to
ball.
throw into the end zone. Overthrown, and he's dragged down. No flag there, as it looks like there were some extracurriculars.
Extracurriculars.
Yeah, it looks like he was throwing a little extra contact in there. And
There was some contact. I didn't see much contact with the ball.
Yeah.
That's what extra.
Well, there was more contact than contact with the ball.
Some contentiousness in the booth.
Some tension is flying up here. We'll see. We'll see if Mo Beard can stick it in and make the last 5 minutes of this game more interesting. And they'll take it a run up the middle, and then that will be eaten up by the Cougars linebacking squad. And there's some pushing and shoving after the play by Luciano Calandro and another play. And a flag is down after some jawing. We'll see who it's called. I would assume they're offsetting. It looks like both people were talking and shoving equally, so I don't think you could pinpoint any one guy here.
I guess the question is, who would you take in a fight, 73 or Luciano Calandro?
73 looks like a huge, an absolute unit. I mean,
but so is Luchi.
yeah, my money would still be on Luch,
Yeah.
but It's a.
Oh, and they're moving back.
And they're moving
They're
backwards.
Putting that on Mo Beard.
Yeah, penalty was on Mo Beard. It was a
Big
personal foul.
73.
Personal foul.
And that kills the drive almost. I mean, 3rd and long now. 3rd and about 20, right? They're gonna do my math.
Looks like about
Well, that
20. They'll go for it on 4th though, so they've essentially got.
Yeah, I mean they've got 2 plays here, but
well, that certainly kills Mo Beard's momentum. I mean, they had some great catches so far.
Thank you, Seaback. That's all the time we have.
Okay, cool. I've used my 20-word limit, so you can turn away from me.
you very much have. But you know,
It's the last game.
insightful.
We're running wild.
we're running wild. So they got a throwback under pressure immediately. Dom Greendale broke through with 71. I keep messing up the numbers. I believe that's Michael Christian, number 71 blue. They get the pressure on him and they force the throwaway. And the Cougars fans are going wild out here. So the wind is kind of hurting our commentating ability because we come in and out a little bit.
4th and 20. That'll make some people very happy.
I don't know what you're insinuating, Danny, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, Danny.
And you can work the camera now.
Seaback, back on the camera. Let's focus on the game.
So 4th and 20, play of the game pretty much here for Mo Beard because if they don't compute, and that looks like a good throw back of the end zone, and it looks like he'll tank the Will Blake. It gets absolutely
He got hammered
eaten.
there.
But he made the play
I
as
admire that toughness.
he makes the play as Mo Beard doesn't come up with it. Turnover on downs, and Mo Beard's chance of
Where the wide
victory.
receiver went, I'm not going for the ball anymore.
Yeah.
And just laid.
Casey knows a little bit much about that. After yesterday, he got absolutely drank in his soccer game. I wish there's a way we could show that clip of you getting just steamrolled. I mean, you're a big body. You hit the gym every day, working out a lot. But this dude made you look like a 3-year-old out there yesterday. You got airtime.
I did get airtime.
You flew.
I was rolling too after.
You want me to talk more about how you got absolutely
No.
physically demolished? or is
Let's
that
look
enough?
at the game.
That's
Let's
enough?
look at the
Okay.
game.
All right. Okay.
Christian gonna take it.
Christian always finds a way between the blockers.
He always does. He's very shifty on his feet.
Yeah, we've seen the quarterback so many times.
Sheffett will pick him up. What a great chap out there.
I mean,
I'm gonna miss watching him, but we'll be happy to have him in the booth starting the winter season. As this is also the last football game that we will obviously be commentating, because if it's the last football game, then there's nothing for us to commentate. So Danny's in. Will not be seen again for a while, hopefully and probably.
dude, you gotta commentate basketball?
I mean, I'll start off my if I commentate a basketball game, it's gonna be rough because the team is looking very slow this year. Trey's not gonna be playing.
Well, for basketball, you've lost some big names such as Brandon Carter.
We're gonna cut you off right there.
Yeah,
we're gonna cut you off right there.
enough.
The returning 0 starters is I think the point that he was gonna make before he listed off about 8 people. But Adam Erbs, Andrew Friedman, 2 of the only players who were in the rotation last year, are the only guys coming back.
D1 basketball career.
Yeah, it's looking very slow for MKA basketball.
Not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
Well, you know, also miracles happen. So.
Well put by Danny Zinn. Seaback, Casey, please stand in between me and Seaback to block him from the mic.
They're down in 3 in a game that's basically
It's basically over. I mean, not really, as there's 5 minutes left. But the way the Cougars D play, I mean, Seaback is just itching to get on the mic right now. But we're gonna.
Oh, and he knocks the microphone.
And he knocks the mic off. So the parabolic's down. And he's just, and he puts it on backwards. He puts it on back, and he's just struggling right now. He's having a bad 4th quarter.
He seems like he's having a bad season.
I mean, this is his debut.
Let's talk about your.
I don't know where he's going with that either. I mean, yeah. Looks like they're gonna QB a draw, but no, he doesn't. And he stiff arms somebody and dodges. And Christian Breitweiser having just an athletic game today.
I mean, listen.
As he's
And he sacrifices maybe getting the first down for staying in bounds. I think he made the right decision.
I think he did make the right decision. You got to keep the clock moving. And Will's now set up fourth and very short. I honestly want to see him go for it.
Doesn't look like they will.
But it doesn't look like they will.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, actually, no, they should not go for it. Christian's been punting. He's been punting well today. No reason to give him a short field. But just 4th and 1, I think they'd have a decent chance to convert.
It's very tempting. On Madden, I think I would go for it.
No. This is the worst type of people. Up 13, you're punting.
That's just 1 yard.
And he fair catches it. I mean, that dude's big with room to run.
If Dan Arcilla and Clay Moore's running at me, I'd fair catch it too. Especially if I'm like 6'6".
If you had 2, 5, 6 people and you're 6'3", you're fair catching. That's a punt returner's dream.
Yes, that is the case.
Oh, an absolute unit 73 back on the field.
Look at this absolute. I mean, like, the biggest chief in the tribe out here from Beard. No debate.
4 minutes and 5 seconds.
I mean, you just want to see him get some touches.
Honestly, I want to see Adam Herbs get a run. I want to see that dude get a run up the middle, because who's tackling him? Like,
I'm not.
Unless there's a bulldozer on the field I don't know about. I mean, and he will take a snap on a clap cue, and he'll lob it downfield, and it looks like he's got a good ball position for 15.
Almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted.
Clay Morris?
No, not Clay Morris. Clay Morris is on the left side of the field. It'll be Will Blake. They've been throwing to him a lot, throwing at whoever he happened to be guarding a lot, but he's done a good job of limiting any big plays down the field. So I'm just hoping the mic's not picking up Seaback's uninterpretable mutterings right now. Looks like a crazy person with a hoodie on. He's freezing and shivering, just like jumping around.
Look at they lost the starters.
He's just spewing random things, and it'll be another direct. A flag is down.
We're gonna see an illegal. I'm gonna say that's an illegal formation again. They got caught on it earlier in the game.
You're just gonna.
Yeah. You got an old grumpy ref just looking to.
I don't know why you're coming at the grumpiness or the ages of the refs. I don't think you know that.
It was illegal formation.
No, it's a false start. It looks like.
He said illegal formation.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think he knows the hands on for illegal formation.
Because that was a false start, wasn't it?
It has something to do with the line of scrimmage, and so.
No, but the play doesn't run on a false start.
I wish there was a way to mute Sebastian right now.
Yeah.
The play, yeah. Of course, there would be a flag.
We might have to hire an enforcer up here. It used to be to kick out Danny Zinn, but it might be to kick out the cameraman now. As he has become absolutely erratic out here, and Casey Salaji has been pretty quiet lately. Say some words.
Hi.
Yeah, Casey.
And beautiful as always. So we'll see Mo Beard set up.
Casey just here with a gleaming smile. Just brings sunshine and happiness to everyone today. Thank you very much, Casey.
And he will scramble up the middle. He'll make Sestone miss. He'll make another man miss. And now he'll eventually be wrapped up.
And once again, it's number 3.
And Seabach really beating a dead horse of being unfunny here.
Oh my, yeah. We'll see 4th and short here. 3 minutes to play, just over. Obviously, Mo Beard has to go for it, and they kind of have to get this one as they don't really have time with only 1 timeout also. So, and he's got a chance to be dropped, and he is dropped as Danny Arcilla comes in with a big tackle to what should end the game. I mean, it does not end the game. There's 3 minutes left, but what should put the Cougars comfortably.
If they didn't close this game, they're a question of their coaching and execution of this.
With 3 minutes left, the other team has 1 timeout. They can basically run it down. They can run it down to about 1 minute, I think, because there's not even a 2-minute warning, maybe even under a minute, and then give it to them with a short field to have to score twice.
Unfortunately, almost a scoreless second half.
Almost a score. It is a scoreless second half. Yeah.
I would say almost.
It is defensive. It's been a defensive half so far. So. And Sebastian's gonna get cut off before he starts there, because I don't have the patience anymore. Oh, Sebastian.
I think we're going to see some padding of the stabs for some play.
And Arcilla will take it, and he'll get gobbled up, and I don't know.
Not able to carry the defensive.
And a flag's down, and I mean, like, the laundry has been flying in the second half, and I think that's what's kind of hurted the offenses.
Someone's attention when they wave their arms.
Maybe they're trying to, like, land a plane or something. That's what it looks like. And Trey Wilson, he's loving it on the sideline, always a big energy guy. Jack O'Connell's talking it up with the coaches, and they're both obviously would love to be out there playing, but
dominating.
Well, speaking of which, the MKA Cougars are playing without Trey Wilson, and Trey Wilson is basically, in my opinion, their best player on this team. So that just goes to show how much fight these Cougars have in them.
So we will not be seeing Sebastian at any other MKA TV events. He is no longer allowed near a microphone.
And if we get an F in the live stream chat for any future of Sebastian Seebach incoming.
Everyone just throw an F in the chat right now.
Not incoming, guys.
I don't even know what that. I don't even know what to say anymore. Casey. He just laughs and sighs. So a penalty against Mo Beard sets Cougars up in even a better position, but they don't really need to score. They just need to run it down.
Yeah, clock is running.
Clock is running.
You guys trying to commentate the play after this? Just
Commentate the play, like the high school play?
Yeah.
I think it would be interesting. And Sheffett goes down hard after a push. I don't even know if that was illegal. I mean, I would guess it is. Sheffett, I'm trying to see Sheffett throw some hands out here. Cannot take that.
This would be a good time for a quick "you can't do that" chant.
Yes, that would be, but
crowd, but it doesn't seem like we'll get one.
The energy isn't there right now as
well, they're all missing.
Oh, and no flag on the vicious attacker
on David Sheffett, and I'll have a little chat with Sheffett after the game, and we'll see what his thoughts are. I don't know why I said it doesn't help any of you, because I'm not going to relay the information over MKTV.
But just know that we'll have the information.
Just know I'll have the information. Maybe Danny and Casey will. Sebastian's number is already deleted in my phone, so there's no way he hasn't.
What?
Sebastian with his best parakeet impression.
Third and final timeout.
Well,
do they do? Like,
well, you know, also they also got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. So I mean, if they want to take a timeout from here, they're not going to be able to.
Thank you, Seebach, for explaining that once you run out of timeouts, you can no longer take timeouts. Wow. I appreciate it. I was very confused. I was worried they were going to be able to go into the reserve of timeouts, but it's become clear that that is not an option.
Well, I'm like the announcer of Chris Connellsworth, who always tries to introduce simple concepts to kids. I guess that's really.
Oh, comparing yourself to Chris Collinsworth is a
generous.
Generous.
Of course.
Sebastian, you already admitted you are sounding like a computer. That's what you already had.
Oh, I did?
Oh, that's what I thought.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And Seebach seemed to have forgotten that.
His hard drive seemed to have been wiped.
Well, I usually don't forget anything except for statistical analysis. Well, especially, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Wait, he said except for.
Yeah, Christian will take the snap and he'll run.
Oh.
And he'll get the first as he's going down, trying to get in the end zone. And he looks like he'll be dragged out at the 1, trying to pad the stats a little bit there. And
I mean, you know Christian wants that.
He does want the touchdown, and he should take it. He should go for it.
I mean, him or Ethan Crow should
take the points. I mean, it's smart football play to take the points too. I mean, there's no.
And honestly, this has not been a respectful game, straight up.
No. Mo Beard has started playing like a bunch of animals ever since this game became obvious that they can't move the ball 20 yards against the Cougars defense.
Mo Beard hasn't.
Just got a text from Victor Magnuson, so this will be interesting. Check that after the game.
Yeah, I mean, little something to look forward to.
Handoff will go nowhere, and a lot of Mo Beard just dives on him and did not get off of him quickly. I want to see some retaliation here from the Cougars. Although
I'm never gonna argue for violence if it's unnecessary.
I might. I mean,
but I mean, in this instance, maybe.
I think it'll be fun to watch. I mean, entertainment-wise. I guess because it's like a school, I guess I shouldn't be saying that,
Yeah.
but you know.
Hey, it's last game. We're having fun.
It's the last game. We're having fun. You know, what are they going to do? Fire me?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, they're certainly going to fire me for doing a great job.
You've already been fired.
Security's already on its way, Sebastian. And Christian tries to get in, does not get there. Very close again. And about a minute
Inside the
20.
1 yard line, I think you just give it to Christian. Just let him
Try and fall forward.
Yeah.
Well, Christian can avoid him.
Jokes aside, Danny in with the astute analysis.
Yeah, I know. Wait, that's out of left field.
I know, right? The fans aren't ready for it.
Yes. Everyone a little taken aback.
Danny making actual points about
I would like
football?
to publicly apologize for my past statement.
You would like to publicly apologize.
Looks like they're setting up in the I formation. I think he's just going to take it himself.
Nope, he hands it to Ethan. Ethan will try and pound it in forward,
Don't think he got it.
and I don't think he did. And,
Although it's not too big of a deal.
I'm taking the field goal.
left.
Take the field goal, in my opinion.
That's the safer decision because you're at the 1 yard line.
I mean,
Is it safe though?
is it safe?
High school.
I mean, Chris has made one of the two PATs. So.
That's 50%.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound too safe to me.
No, it does not.
Just gonna
Looks like they're gonna
put your head down, just get over the goal line.
Looks like they don't usually huddle before a PAT, so I'm assuming they're gonna go for it here. And it looks like this is the last time we'll see the Cougars offense.
this season.
Yep, as
Good play.
Christian Brettweiser takes his last high school snap under center.
Oh.
And it's a handoff that might be emblematic of the Cougars season, although we did get the win today as it is stopped short for a turnover on downs.
Yeah. Never how you want to end your football career.
Ended on a 13-0 win though.
Yeah, ending on a win.
And Mo Beer needs an absolute miracle right now.
Or do they just accept their defeat and take a knee?
No, I mean, you gotta try. There's 31 seconds, but I mean, they need to. I mean, they need to throw a bomb down the field, get a
Onside
touchdown,
kick.
onside kick, and then another bomb. I mean, the amount of time is actually like almost impossible now that I'm thinking about it, because
Mathematically.
they would have to. I mean, just
Score on
the
this play.
time it would take for a player to like catch, run, and throw downfield twice might be like.
Let's say you can get down the field in 15 seconds.
And it looks like he throws it to about the 20, and he will get brought down. And they'll get another playoff, but it's not going to be. It's going to kill too much time, and it looks like the Cougars will win their last game, unless we're wrong, in which case we'll be here next week. Yeah. But
Well, Seabach won, though.
Seabach won't.
I might be, depending on.
Well, maybe you'll come in for the fourth again.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll actually, you know what, you've had a good fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd bring you into the first.
Oh wait, so I'm fired. That's what you're saying.
You've been fired. You were fired before I got here.
And last play of the season, it will be lobbed up and it will be incomplete. We'll see if anything happens after the game. And nope, Adam Erbs, absolutely great guy, shaking hands with everyone that he's been battling with.
Let's see Luke's layout number 72.
And I love and hate to see it. Got the win, but last game of the season, and I know the records did not turn out the way they wanted, but all these senior leaders were battling this season. Adam Erbs, Christian Brettweiser, I mean, are the ones who I thought were leading the front. Ethan Gross, of course.
Of course, Trey Wilson.
And I honestly, outside of the game, just in school and everything, I've talked to them, they really did care when they lost. They weren't just going through the motions after they were 2-7. So, love to see that they got to end their careers on a victory. Casey, what do you think?
I think it's a great way to end the season. You know, shutout win. Great thing to see. Love to see it.
Yep, and see if they go nuts here. As this is farewell for David Sheffett. Trey Wilson's jogging off. Christian, Adam, Luch, Patrick, not Luch. Luch is a junior. Patrick Morristow, Luke Hunter.
Trey Wilson.
Helmets flying off. And this is the last game for Sebastian also.
Flowing.
And the what?
Tears are flowing on the field. You can only assume.
You can only assume. Probably not.
Probably not.
Well, of course you can.
We gotta hype up the emotional.
Emotional game.
Exactly, emotional game. And
Danny's
Ethan
in signing
Gross
off.
with the slow walk over to the rest of the huddle. And he wants to win just as much as anyone I've ever seen. So good to see they all got him. We're beating a dead horse here. But thank you for everyone who's tuned in this season for MKTV Football. Casey Salaji, Sebastian for the last time, and jokes aside, you maybe will be here next time. And Danny's in, maybe getting some more reps here. And